Hello, everybody. It's Heather Nichols here, and I am so excited to be here with you today. I'm just home from Rome and from Houston and from some really incredible classes, energetic adventures and conversations, and something really, really different in terms of the energetics of creation and how we create our lives, how we create our future, and how we create our living. And there is a very different space and a very different conversation available to us than ever has been before for the seekers of the world. The seekers of the world, people that I call humanoids, that know something is very different and very possible beyond what we are told is possible. And a lot of times, those of us that are asking for greater possibilities, and we know that there's something else that's available. A lot of times we get shut down by the people around us that just want us to be, status quo, or maybe a little bit beyond status quo. And so we sort of compromise what it is that we ask for, what we desire to create, and what we allow ourselves to have more than anything. In order to fit into the status quo and the relational realities with people around us, we stop ourselves from going for it in the creation of something really greater and very, very different. And I've seen this in my own life where it's like, okay, so what will I allow myself to have? What will I allow myself to ask for? And I notice at times, and I'm changing this, I have changed this, and I'm changing it all the time, every day, because what happens is we sort of like start to orient to people around us, and we start to see what's going to disrupt their world. Like if you be something far greater, far different, if you choose something far greater, far different, if you ask for something far greater, far different, the people in your life, and it may be the people close to you, a lot of times that's who it is, but it could also just be like people in the world in general, like how the world sees you. We'll only allow ourselves to be that, like just a little bit greater, but not as great as what we are, how we are, and what is possible for us. And we have these, huge asks or awareness of possibilities, but then we sort of tell ourselves like, well, that's not possible, that's not available. And we shut down even our dreaming, we shut down our visioning, we shut down what it is that we would like to have, what we're willing to receive, what we're willing to be, what we're willing to ask for. And I am exploring this in my own life, really turning up my asks. We are, as I'm making this video, it's December 2024. We're heading into a new year, which is always kind of a fun time to just evaluate, assess our asks and turn them up for the new year and beyond. And just a fun time to, take stock and see what else could be in the hopper, And as I look at this, I've, some of the experiences that I've had in the past few weeks even, and the places that I've been and the people that I've been around, I'm so grateful to surround myself with people that really are asking for far greater and willing to be different and willing to just not, to whatever degree they can, not be busied, not be concerned with what other people are going to do with what you create, how other people are going to react to it, but actually truly turn it up because you can and because it would be fun for you. And that's what I'm asking for so much more of. One of the things that allows creation to move a lot faster, a lot more dynamically, and allows us to start making choices that we haven't made before is when we actually ask for things that are way bigger than we think are possible, than we think we can have, than we think is available to us. Way greater. And I remember one time this beautiful man, Steve Bowman, who was an access consciousness facilitator for a long time. He does some incredible work still. And he would say, when it comes to pricing your sessions, we'd talk with people about pricing, and he'd say, like, get a number that is really uncomfortable for you to ask for, and then add 20% and ask for that. So look at what's uncomfortable for you, and then like go even beyond that. And that's where we put ourselves into the realm of what we just can't fathom. What and the beauty of asking for something like that is that we don't actually, it's like we start to ask for and desire and allow ourselves to vision and dream about that which couldn't possibly be fabricated by our minds. It couldn't possibly achieved through cognition and effort and work and suffering and struggle. We have to go to a different realm of creation. A beautiful conversation we're having right now in Access Consciousness, and a class coming up very soon. We have to go to a different realm of creation. We have to go to a different universe. We have to go to a completely different possibility and a different playground to, really truly have what it is that that we're asking for, because none of our current reference points will work for this massively greater future that we'd like to have. And it tends to make us uncomfortable, and it might make the people around you uncomfortable as well, which is actually a good sign. Keep going when that occurs, when that shows up, and start to really step into like that kind of chaos, that kind of unreasonable desire. Start to ask for that. And when you do, you have to go to the energy of creation. You have to, and this is a massive conversation that I can't have in a single video, but it's a way to kind of like prime the pump and kickstart what it is that you might be asking for in the new year and beyond, and really start to, and then you have to play energetically. You have to play in a different way. You have to be different. You have to choose different things, and you can't figure that out. You have to ask and be with the energetics of it. Talk to your body, ask your body. Play with the molecules, play with the energy of creation, play with the symphony universe that is where everything is available. And when we tap into that and we start to be that space, there's so much that opens up there. So I guess my real invitation here is turn it up. Turn up your asks for 2025 and beyond. And you may not even know what that is. You may not even know what they are. You may not even be able to articulate those things. And that's okay. That's actually a good thing. If you can perceive the energies of what you're asking for, that's where you really start to be so different. It requires you to be different. And that's what we want to be looking for, because otherwise you can just kind of like gradually get greater with the realm of what you're comfortable with right now. But you're never going to outcreate yourself dynamically if you keep playing with just like incrementally little bits more here and there with your choices and your asks and what you're willing to have. It's like you got to go to a different universe, a different playground, and one that most people aren't willing to go to, but maybe you are. So in the beginning of January, the 3rd through the 5th, I'm going to be having a very intimate small group adventure here in my home called the Creation of Living Semi-Private Salon. It's open to 6 people. We will be deep diving into the beauty, the elegance, the hedonism of creation, of your asks, the energetics of that, how to include your body, how to live hedonistically, and allow that to be this energy that moves through everything that you do, have, ask for, create, and generate in the creation of a very different future. And spending time nurturing your deep, beautiful desires and asks. So there's still some spaces available. You are invited, and so welcome to come and play. And you'll find it on my website, heathernichols.com.